All right, we are now reopening the public session. Thank you to those who have been patient while we were conducting our executive session. The next item on the agenda is at 7:30, public hearing for 342 Taylor Road. We have representative just for 342. Excellent. There we go.
We know that.
All right. Yes. Sorry. All right, in that case, I will open the public hearing for 342 Taylor Road. I'll entertain a motion to waive reading of the notice.
Make a motion to reading of the next motion for notice.
You have a motion? Second, that's all right. We have a motion with a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. And that will waive a reading of the notice. Thank you for being here tonight. Before we get started, one thing I will note is that typically we have 5 members of the board. As you can see, we only have 4 tonight.
Okay.
I wish I could tell you where our 5th member was, but unfortunately she's not here tonight, so I hope everything's okay. And just so you know, I do this in every, whenever we have an application where we have 4 members, so don't read anything more or less into this. In order to grant your application, you require 4 of the 5 votes that you would normally get. Because we only have 4 here tonight, you'll need a unanimous vote. If you want to proceed, you're welcome to. If for some reason you're like, you know what, I wouldn't mind waiting until the next meeting, which would be until September, say if we have 5 members, I always give people the opportunity to do so.
Appreciate that. Well, let's proceed, yeah.
Okay, we'll proceed. All right, so we'll go forward. All right, so in just a minute, I'll give you the floor to provide us a little presentation. Obviously, we have all the materials you submitted. I encourage members of the board to ask questions or raise any concerns they might have while you're presenting. I will say that any individual comments, statements, issues raised or questions that board members might provide should not be interpreted as anyone having made a decision or having reached an opinion. The only decision that will matter will be once the hearing is closed and the board as a whole takes a formal vote. At one point, I will just pause our discussion. I will open the floor for any public comments, first for folks here in the room, then for folks on Zoom. One thing I always remind applicants is that any public comment is actually technically directed to the board, not to the applicant. So while you obviously have an opportunity to respond if someone has a question or objection, if you would rather not respond, that's perfectly in your purview. My only warning is, if we really like the question, we might ask it ourselves. So at that point, we would ask for an answer if you're able to. But like I said, if someone raises an objection and you don't want to respond to it, that's perfectly fine. We'll then continue the discussion. At some point, though, once we've received all the information we think is necessary, we will entertain a motion to close the hearing. At that point, no further information will be able to be entertained from either members of the public or the applicant. We'll then deliberate and then take a vote on the decision. With that, I'm going to stop talking and I'll turn the floor over to you.
All right, cool. My name is Thiago Zai. I'm a licensed contractor. This is Ricardo, my partner. So we're working together with Mr. Jason, right? I believe he's also on the Zoom. So we are trying to build him he has an existing deck, rear deck porch in his house. So he's trying to connect the stairs that comes from the outside on the left side of the porch going up to the porch. So with that being said, it seems that our stairs to the left has bridged the setback. So this is why we're here. I believe you folks have the plot plan and the architectural plan sets. Mm-hmm. What else? This is kind of new to me. First time that I'm on a hearing, so
that's okay.
I don't know what else you folks need from myself.
Sure. So I will say as an aside, I don't know if you're the one who put together the what's it called? The project narrative, description, and justification. I don't know if that was you, but if you did, thank you very much. Sure. The fact that you actually went through the different factors.
Yes.
I really appreciate that.
I did a little research, and nowadays there is a bunch, AIs or things that to help out with the language and everything, but that's technically, basically the steps that, to the project.
No, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So, all right, so just to confirm, so you guys, so it's already about 14, I'm sorry, so the existing,
The house sits at 14.1 right now,
okay,
correct?
and so you're gonna go in about another 8 feet, you think?
Roughly, yes.
Okay. You're taking out the entire deck and just rebuilding it, or is it just the
No,
stairs?
just the existing one, we're gonna spend,
Mhm.
but the stairs, it's all brand new.
Gotcha.
Because there's no stairs currently.
There's no stairs current, correct.
Quick couple questions. Somewhere in the description I read, height of the stairs was 299, what is actually, how high is that stair, the deck from the ground?
That you could probably see in meters.
Oh,
That could probably be meter.
Oh.
299?
yeah,
That shouldn't be 299.
Elevation 299.
yeah,
That's sea level, right?
yeah. Well, I was just saying,
Oh, yeah, yes, correct, yes.
I'm sorry, so it's.
That's sea level, yeah, that's.
Oh, okay.
It's like that was made one heck of a deck.
How's it that high? So how's that happen?
Because our architect is also Brazilian, so he is sometimes he
Metric.
still does the metric that
That's
we
okay.
use back home, yes.
Okay, so,
That's elevation, yeah, from, that's the entire house elevation from.
and the other thing, just a couple clarifications. When I read in the plan, the description talked about the stairways going to the backyard, but obviously it's going to the backyard and front yard, is that correct?
Yeah, so the owner wants to reach his porch from the front and from the rear of the house.
Okay,
That goes to the backyard, correct?
yeah, is there a particular reason other than obviously convenience? I mean,
It's just a convenience, correct,
Okay.
yes.
As I was looking at the plan, I was thinking we could reduce the amount of additional room into the setback by getting the stairs closer to the house. Is there a reason why you're not against the house?
Porque tem uma razão que a gente não tá muito perto da casa. Não tá perto, por isso. Que é importante pro cachorro. It's, the homeowner wants a little gate for the dog.
Okay, all right, so basically.
But that is a good point. We could review with him and then definitely bring that closer to the house.
What's the distance between the deck and the
So
stair?
right now it says
The house,
About 3 feet.
about 3 feet, correct.
3 feet. So, yeah, if you moved it in 3 feet, it certainly would reduce the amount that is per three.
Yes, yeah, we could do that.
The distance from the neighborhood.
Yes, absolutely. That will definitely increase from 6 to probably 9.
Okay, all right.
That's doable for sure.
Okay, great, thank you. You're welcome. Anyone else?
Has there been,
My question. Okay.
has there been any feedback from the abutters?
I haven't heard anything. Have you heard anything?
Nothing?
well, here, we'll actually take that opportunity right now. So why don't we pause, and I'll ask if anyone has any members of the public have any comments. If you do, please state your name and your address. I'll start with folks in the room. Hearing none. If there's anyone on Zoom who has any comments with respect to this application, please virtually raise your hand and Michael will call on you. Nothing else. Okay. So to that extent, any of us have any concerns? We haven't heard at least so far.
Do we know if we look here, do we know where the abutter's house is? Is it here, here, here? Do we have any idea where?
I went online to Google Maps.
Yeah, I
And
couldn't tell.
on that side, it looks like the house is back here.
So back here?
Yeah,
I could probably pull it up from the GIS map.
And then that, it's just wooded in frontage over here?
I'm thinking of the right one. But yeah, I think so.
The other one is quite set back.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry?
The other one is quite set back.
Set
Yeah,
back,
it's
okay.
quite set back
So
from the
it's
property.
more, it's gonna be here, not.
Like,
Yeah,
way
even, yeah, even
Yeah,
with that.
with a pretty big, I think there's a pretty decent tree line too.
Correct,
Okay.
yeah.
That runs right along the property, all the way up to Taylor Road.
Yeah.
So,
The width of the stairs, they're 5 feet, 5.0? Or is that,
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, go back here, I was so trying to get the GIS map. On the plan, yeah, it is 5 feet, correct. That could be shortened as well if it's
I was
necessary.
gonna say, if we move the stairs next to the house and we took the stairs to 48 inches, in actuality, we'll gain 4 feet
Correct, to bring us
Which?
close to 10 feet,
to 10 feet.
yes.
I would feel more comfortable.
Just one general comment. There has been an issue with another application through the town where the stairs were too close to the house for a building code perspective, so I would just want the board to be mindful of redesigning when we don't have the building code in front of us. And that's also out of our purview to redesign your project.
Right.
So just as an FYI.
So where I was going with the question of the abutters is having a house back here, my thought is, are both stairways needed? And that this understandable having a stairway in, but if this stairway wasn't there, you're keeping that whole setback. And so that's my initial thought, but I didn't know if that goes to your comment of redesigning the project.
the other thing too is that it doesn't actually, removing one stairwell, the other doesn't actually change the setback question. Because ultimately,
They've got it in the front, so whether it's in the front or, okay.
Yes.
like, there are,
To me, it just minimizes the impact of the reducing the setback, that's all.
And what if an idea, suggestion, we push back close to the house 1 feet? So instead of pushing all 3 feet, we push 2 and we leave 1 feet for, in this case, for the building that you have promised before. And the stairs from 5 will bring it to 4. So we technically, we still gain 3 feet.
go ahead.
I would just say, I don't know what the setback is for deck stairs to a house, so it could be 3 feet
I mean, with the building code.
with the building code. So I just don't want the applicant to have to come back based on a design that's not
Right.
stamped.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a Stow town, but we've done many decks with the stairs close to the house. We never had any problems. Maybe that it's a special case scenario that, that was presented to the town before, but like I said, we still can leave 1 feet from the side of the house to the stairs. We shorten the stairs from 5 to 4, so we gain 2 feet from the gap here and 1 feet, so that's 3 feet we gain. So from 6 that we are right now, we're gonna go to 9.
Is there someone who can advise him? But obviously can't be us.
The building commissioner could review the plans, they would all need to be redrawn.
I don't think that would be a problem for us, but in case for you guys to vote it today, would that be a possibility? That's my question.
The board could condition it to be that they would also accept something as described in the meeting. But the board would ultimately, if it were to close, would need to approve the plan on file.
approve it as the 6.2.
as the 6.2 setback, but with the preference of reducing it.
Yeah.
And that would just have to be an additional condition.
Ooh, that works.
Any other questions, comments from members of the board?
Yeah, I mean, I just personally, I think it might be smarter for everyone if the questions are resolved properly before voting, so, you know, we can get a straight vote. But that's personal preference, and I'm convinced otherwise.
No, I guess my sentiment is that
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
Yep.
Hello. My name's Jason Darrow. I'm the occupant of 342 Taylor Road. I just wanted to
Oh, hi, how are
tell
you?
everybody, how are you doing today?
Good.
Good.
So it sounds like there's some questions on the overall design of the project, which I completely appreciate. I just want some clarification on what is the variance that we are pursuing here?
So, just not to be picky, but technically it's a special permit, not a variance.
Special permit. Sorry. This is your
that's
ball
okay.
game, not mine. I'm just trying to narrow down the conversation a
Yeah,
little
no,
bit.
it's simply seeking permission to go, so typically it's a 25-foot setback.
Right.
From the house to the edge of the property. You're currently, at 14, right, you're currently at 14 feet.
14.
And so it's just
Okay.
essentially permission to go an extra 9 feet in. That's essentially what the question that's being asked.
So we're 9 feet into that setback right now with the current design?
Well, you're 11 into, you're in 11 as of today, and you're trying to get another 8 to 9, essentially.
Gotcha. So our current structure is already within that variance, is what you're saying, with the garage and that was built prior to our occupancy?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Understood.
Right, yeah, so it's what's called, it's a pre-existing non-conformity, essentially like it's been non-conforming for X number of years, which is why it's called a special permit. And you're basically just saying, hey, we're already in X feet, we want to be in a little bit more.
Gotcha. I appreciate that. I appreciate the clarification. So regarding the redesigning of the architectural drawings there, most of the drawings there were to my specifications. They were kind of drawn kind of what we were envisioning with, a small platform that takes a few steps down. The property slopes quite a bit, which is kind of why we wanted that step down into that secondary kind of 5x8 platform. And then the 2 stairs, one going forward, one going back. And the width of the stairs was brought into a question. That's intentional. There's really no access to our second story other than I would say a non-conforming stairwell in the interior of the home. So the width of the front steps was intentional. So if we had to bring any large items up into the actual home, that was the point. But I totally understand the desire to kind of tighten that up. We're more than willing to make adjustments there. If you can give us a maximum distance, from the existing structure that we can go, we'll absolutely make every accommodation to meet those constraints.
Excellent, thank you. So, I mean, for what it's worth, my 2 thoughts are a foot here, a foot there. I don't know if it's going to make too big of a difference, especially when you've got a house and then a budding house that's so far sort of removed. If they were right on top of each other, I'm thinking like a Lake Boone scenario, like that's where like it just matter.
The back stairs are a gift to our neighbors so that they can come in and feed our cats easier, and so that we can do the same for them. So we've already spoken with them. There's been no issues. They're actually looking forward to it.
Excellent.
So just for everybody to see the distance from his property to the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's largely.
you have to keep that open. That has to stay open.
Sorry, that's okay. So I'm also, I think my personal opinion, is that, like, I don't know, I'm not necessarily loving the idea of the applicant having to come back, just for the adjustment of a foot or 2. I think we can, if we want to include a condition that includes like a preference, you know, essentially instruction to, the building commissioner with respect to seeing if they could tighten a little bit of the room between the stairs and the house, you know, subject to the building code, I think we can do that, but giving them the flexibility based on the current design, I think is reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my thoughts. So, any additional piece of information that we want, at least with respect to the applicant? No? Okay. Well, in that case, I will entertain a motion to close the hearing.
Make a motion to close the hearing.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? No? All right, hearing none. All in favor of closing the hearing?
Aye.
With that, the hearing is now closed, which means, you can obviously, advise. With that, we can no longer take any information, from the applicant or from members of the public. If we have a draft, thank you. Oh, yeah, I want to make sure you have a copy. We have a draft decision that we can review while discussing. If folks have any thoughts, I'll open the floor for any comments or concerns. Otherwise, I'm happy to walk through a draft decision while we do that. We'll need to change that Maria is not here. Page 1, page 3. To that instruction, the building commissioner, the commissioner will set that up. There is a section. No, I mean, sorry. So if we want to provide some sort of a suggestion or instruction to the building commissioner with respect to the side, we would put it probably on page 3 under the vote. If people don't feel strongly about it, then we don't need to worry about it necessarily.
Actually, after seeing where the other house is in the setback, I agree with you. I mean, this isn't like the.
Okay. In that case, any comments, questions, concerns?
You just want to make sure you take out Maria.
Yes.
Yeah.
We already pointed that.
So are we adding that condition or?
I don't think it's necessary.
Oh,
Okay, I keep it as is. In that case, if there's no discussion or any further deliberations, I will entertain just a motion. So we have two, we're going to do two motions, one to grant and one for the decision. So, whoever wants to kick things off,
I make a motion to grant the special permit.
your motion.
sorry.
Sorry, Dick.
I'll let him be the big guy.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. And with that, the special permit is granted. I'll entertain a second motion.
I can, pardon it, anyone else want to do it?
Nope, go for it.
Go, keep running.
All right, I make a motion to approve the, special permit as written.
The decision.
Decision as written.
With the amendment though.
Oh, right, with the amendment, of removing Maria's photos.
Motion?
Second.
Thank you, Deb. All right, we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor of the decision as amended?
Aye.
Aye. All right, and with that, we are all set. Michael?
I'll be in touch. We just need to get this signed and brought them to the town clerk. So I'll be in touch in the next few days and then I'll give you some further instructions.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you're welcome to stay if you want.
Thank you.
No problem.
I just had to get you.
All right, with that, we'll move on to our next agenda item, the public hearing for 74 Lowell Drive. That's you four. Excellent, thank you for your patience. I'm gonna go through my spiel again, so you're welcome here again. But before I do that, as we open the public hearing for 74 Lowell Drive, I'll entertain a motion to waive a reading of the notice.
I make a motion to waive the reading of the motion. No, I will not get that. Anyway, you know what I mean.
All right, we have a motion to waive a reading of the notice. Do I have a second? Deb has seconded. We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. With that, the reading of the notice is waived. I will give you guys the same option as we gave the folks at 342 Taylor Road. As you know, we only have 4. You need 4 in order to get your special permit. You're welcome to come back in September when hopefully we'll have 5, or we can proceed tonight. Let's proceed. Okay. I'll turn the floor over to you briefly to provide a brief presentation on your request. Obviously, we have materials that you've already presented in front of us. We'll have some comments and questions. Please do not interpret any individual comment or question as having any individual member having reached a decision or judgment. No decision is actually approved or finalized until we vote at the very end, which we just did. At some point, we'll pause, see if any public comments. I'll start with folks in the room before turning to Zoom, and then we'll continue our discussion. At that point, we will close the public hearing and then deliberate and issue a decision accordingly. With that, I'll stop talking and turn the floor over to you.
Thank you. My name's Elena Landers. My husband, Jared Landers. My dad, Richard, and my mom, Linda. They are the current occupants of 74 Lowell Drive. And our architect, Benchmark Designs, is up there ready to answer questions that we do not have the answers to.
Excellent.
So we are hoping to add an ADU unit for my parents to move into. My dad's health has not been the best, unfortunately. He's been recently diagnosed with prostate cancer, had a mini stroke about 6 weeks ago, and we have found fluid on his brain, so his gait is not great. I am formerly a nurse, so it is my hope that our family can move in and just give my dad kind of the integrity of the end of life. And same thing for my mom when it's time. So the plan would be that myself, my husband, our 2, almost 3 kids, very soon.
I should warn you, we did have an applicant who was in labor.
Don't say that. We're so soon.
We had to ask them, perhaps you should go. It's okay.
I'm not saying that.
So I just wanted to say that if anything happens, there are more important things.
There's a rush.
Yeah.
She's a nurse. We heard she's a nurse.
Yeah. You are a nurse. You should know better than the rest of us. Right? But you wouldn't be the first.
That's a bummer, though.
Okay.
That's an automatic yes, right?
Yeah.
No, but anyway, that we would move into the main residence, and then my parents would move into the AD unit, and then allow for a little bit of privacy for everybody. The current plans you can see keep up the tree line next to the neighbor. Privacy is of the utmost importance, not only to our family, but to the others as well. So we just, we're hoping for, we really love Stow as a community. I actually lived at that house after college. And so we want to not only, like I said, give the integrity of end of life for my parents, but then to also make that kind of our home for our children. And it'll be, my mom's mom lived there and passed away in that house. So it's several generations. So that's all that I have, I think. Yeah.
So it looks like so you've got the house, you've got a garage.
Yeah, existing garage.
And it's essentially going to be sort of like,
Right in between.
kind of like stuck right in between. And then you would actually be able to walk from one end of the house all the way through into the unit and then into the garage. It's all going to be one interconnected.
Correct.
Okay.
With a door. That locks, I think.
Yes.
I have 2 little ones that are
It
really
locks
short
on
there.
at least one side.
Been there, done that.
That's right. And then I assume that the height, I'm trying to find the picture, the height of the unit is going to be commensurate with the height of the house right now, the garage.
Yeah, so the way the garage sits, it's a tad lower, so this will just kind of line up with basically the second story of the current.
It's the first one, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I love the second story of the garage, yeah, but the first floor of the ADU unit will line up with the second floor of the current garage. So that's why there's a slight, but what the design would be to make it a pleasurable looking unit would be that it's in the same kind of the right word is style.
Seamless.
Yeah, so it just sits kind of back, but it would sit slightly higher, but kind of same look as the garage.
Mhm.
So it's not really not super noticeable from the street. And like I said, the tree line on the side would not be touched. So it really, and it's quite a thick tree line, so we actually really can't even see the neighbor's house if you look through. And that's the idea, to keep it just that way. So for both sides.
When you look at this design, did you consider ways of making the addition so that it basically lined up with the rest of the house, so you weren't gonna get into the setback? Because if I understand correctly, right now the house is not within the setback, and the reason you're here is because it's in the setback.
Just had a question for Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Benchmark Designs is our architect, who might have a better answer for that.
What's his name? Michael? Michael from Benchmark Designs, you there?
Let's text him too.
He's on a cruise.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, he's a good guy coming in for that.
We'll table that question for the moment until
Yeah.
he gets back.
I know we
into
did
the
look at all the different options
Yeah.
and really did minimize even the structure, so.
Yeah, it's just if it's could stay outside the setback, then you don't need to be here.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think that's, there's bubbles. I don't. They have him muted.
You have it muted?
Can you unmute him by chance?
It's actually hard to mute him. So.
Oh, there it is. Michael, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry for, hopefully you're done at the buffet.
Yeah, no worries.
We were just curious as to sort of how you came up with this design.
Because we felt that this would be the least impact to not only both structures, it would also provide the least amount of construction work that would disturb not only the bit between the house and the garage as well as the neighbors. It's kind of hidden the way it's designed. There's a tree line on the left side that's up around 40 to 50 feet. That tree line is going to remain just intact where it is now. So that left side is still going to remain private, and that tree line is also owned by the Destiny.
Yeah, and in particular, my question was, if the ADU was designed in such a way that it lined up with the garage, there'd be no need for a special permit. So I just didn't know if that was looked at and discarded for one reason or the other.
I think part of it too is to add the spaces for us for the garage, and with us having young children, being able to park inside, obviously with the weather.
Okay.
And it was really my desire with having actually broken bones, slipping on ice, carrying a little one in a car seat, to have it so that we were able to access the house with them.
Okay. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to see if that was a
Yeah.
possibility. So, okay.
Other questions?
And the whole thing about septic, that's not our concern. Our concern is strictly just setback. Okay.
Yeah, anything involving
That's
board health, anything like that, it's not our,
Got it.
not our
Yep.
issue. That being said, just out of curiosity, where is the septic?
On the other side, actually.
Okay.
And is the well on the other side also?
Correct. Yeah, that was also part of initial design plans, was to not disturb those things.
Similar question to what we asked before, so do you know where the, I don't know, would it be 72 Lowell Drive, the neighbor, like where their house is vis-a-vis the current
It
house?
actually sits back,
It's
even
further back, yeah.
beyond the current residence,
Okay.
so this would be quite a bit in front of where their house is, and like he said, there's about like 40 to 50 feet of like up of trees, and it's a thick coverage, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very, I mean, and they're trees that stay with their leaves all year, or their
Yeah,
needles, I should
cedars.
say. So
Yeah, it actually looks
they-
like, if I'm seeing this, it looks like this, I don't know if it's 72 or the number is.
Yeah.
It looks like, yeah, the abutter on that side of the house looks like it's almost even with the current house.
It's
like,
actually even further.
yeah, or maybe slightly back, but it's at an angle as well. So it runs away from that.
Yes, it does, yeah. Actually, sitting in their backyard, you're almost in line with the house.
Yeah,
That's how far back.
and they have some sort of, it looks like they got landscaping that's on
Yes,
that side of the
correct.
property as well.
Correct, yeah.
So, okay.
There's quite a bit of separation.
All right, why don't we just pause for a second, and open up for any public comment? Normally I would start with folks in the room, but just for the record, there's nobody else in the room. Are there any, public comments, in particular, any abutters from folks that are on Zoom? If there are, please virtually raise your hand and Michael will call and unmute you.
No one at this time.
Okay, any questions or comments from staff?
Sure, just a few quick things. So overall, everyone in Stow is entitled to an ADU or an accessory apartment. That was under the new, or I guess about a year or two old, newish law. So the reason they're here is to increase into the setback. So the board will first need to vote on that, and then they'll have to vote to allow an accessory apartment within the setback. Because the zoning bylaw as it's written now doesn't allow the board to grant or to add a new nonconformity to a site. So it's very technical. Or we can't add a new nonconformity for an ADU to a site, but we can add a new nonconformity through a special permit. So it's a very technical, weird gray area in state law because we're following that, not our own laws. So
Does that make sense?
you'll have to
Yeah,
vote.
so we have to vote the special permit first because of the nonconformity. If I understand correctly.
Yes, so you'll have to vote to grant a special permit. You'll then have to vote on a finding, and then you'll vote on a decision
Finding for the
ADU. So you just say grant the special permit, and you'll say I find that the proposed second level ADU is not more detrimental than the approved nonconformity. And then the board would vote on that, and then you look at the decision.
Got that, Andy?
So,
I might get it, I might not say it.
Is that 8-1?
Under 8-1, yes, it's like 8-1-1.
Yes.
2,
8-1-2.
1-2.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Yeah, right.
We kind of like, currently, they can go up to 900 square feet in an ADU. So in looking at the plan being 894, which is fine, the storage above the current garage is already there, so that's not being added. Okay, never mind. Got it. So only the 894, got it. I knew,
Yes.
okay. I'm gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
no problem.
The tree line is how tall?
40 or 50 feet, and it's thick,
Okay.
yes. You wouldn't really know, honestly, we were sitting in their backyard the other day with our kids in the pool, and it's quiet, I mean, there's that, it's like you don't have neighbors.
Or
I believe it.
that's them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the abutter.
Yeah.
And those are the trees.
Oh, geez, yeah, okay, yep, okay.
And it runs all the way from basically the front of the garage, all the way back
Into the
into
backyard.
the backyard.
I know that,
So,
I know they're not here.
wow.
Okay. I know they're not here. Have you had any conversations with the abutters about this?
We have, and
Okay.
actually, Michael walked them through the plans. as
Okay.
well, so.
Okay. Great. Any other questions for the applicants or their architects? May or may not be by the pool.
I hope.
One question I do have, that little square that's in red, is that,
Do you mind if I take
It's in the back.
this one?
Oh, so that is just, that's the one thing that we were gonna do is just, there's a current, like where the kitchen comes, there's a current, like, whatever, 3-season porch, and we were just gonna push the existing kitchen out to match that, so it's a little slight, for the kitchen, so it doesn't really, I mean, it would stay the same level as the current 3-season porch, we're not extending it up to the second floor, it's just the first, and it's just give us some space to have enough family members at the islands. And I like to cook.
Would that still be part of the application? No, okay.
I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I was too, yeah. But considering that's still within the setback, you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about that. You could do that with us or whatever you
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions or matters to raise while the hearing is open?
I just commend you for doing this.
Yeah.
Anything more from
daughter.
Sorry.
And son-in-law.
That's it. Anything else from staff? Okay. All right, in that case, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to close the hearing. Sorry.
Motion, second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? All right, with that, the hearing is closed. We can no longer take information from the applicant or from members of the public. I will open floor to members for any discussion and deliberation. We're also distributing a draft decision.
Are we gonna look at this first or do that?
We can look at everything at the same time. So if, Russell, you know his name, this one as well. So that's on page 1 and page 3.
May I just ask a question?
Please.
So underneath it says the decision and it says 342 Taylor Road on this one, right? I think it just might not be correct wrong set or that, but then that's the correct names there, so just that top.
That should be edited.
Thanks.
We had a lot on our agenda tonight.
I get it.
Both applications came in at the same time, and I was like.
I saw the admission dates were there, yeah, right there together.
So that's just the front. Yeah, the photos to it. Yeah, it's just the title. And there's the title. That's right, but not just 2 non-conformities, right? Because it's the frontage also.
Yes. Yes, and I think it's under acreage.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I think I had forgotten about the frontage, which is, it's 170, right? Which makes me wonder how many people still actually have frontage. Was it 200?
200, yeah,
Can't be.
less than a third.
Yeah. Any thoughts about the application, thoughts about the decision?
No, again, just take, make sure Marie is out and,
Yeah.
road is, address is right there, no?
So, the second, which is that, okay. No one has any concerns or thoughts? I will entertain our first of three motions.
I move to grant a special permit under section 3.9 and section 4.4 of the zoning bylaws to allow the expansion of the primary structure at 74 Lowell Drive.
Motion.
Second.
Second. We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye.
I move to find the accessory apartment will not be more detrimental to the existing neighborhood than the approved extension of the primary structure at 74 Lowell Drive.
Motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? And with that, it is granted. Last motion on the decision.
I move that we approve the draft decision as amended.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? All right. And with that, we have a decision.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. Michael?
We had family move in, but it was a separate unit, so good decision.
That's all her.
Good decision.
So I'll be in touch in the next few days. I'll get this decision edited up, get it signed and filed to the clerk, and then I'll provide some additional information. I'll send it to you and Michael, yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And thank you for your patience.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Have a very good night.
Son-in-law, come here. I had to go through. It always goes through the family member. They kind of forget about it.
It does, but it's nice to be noticed. Thank you.
I think they get rid of me before him.
It's been known to happen a lot of families.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right. And with that, we have our final public hearing of the night, which is a continuation, there we go, a continuation of the public hearing for 0 Great Road. We'll just take a moment as I think some folks come in. Welcome.
We have a couple people circulating in from the other.
Oh, that's okay. We're happy to wait just a second. Hello. All right. So we're continuing the public hearing for 0 Great Road, excuse me, which is a trifecta of appealing a decision of the building commissioner, request for special permit, and a request for the variance. I won't go through my spiel, because I've already gone through that both twice tonight and once last time. But I will happily give the applicant the floor for a few minutes, to the extent that you want to provide any supplemental information, or if there's any issues that came up from last time that you'd like to respond to.
Yeah, hi, again, my name is Nick Mesney, I'm the current president of the Stow Lions Club. I'm joined by Gordon, again, vice president, Paul, who's the treasurer, Phil is on our board. And here we brought special guest, this is Johnson, purchased the field. Okay, so he can give you all historical background. Arnie has been a long time resident himself.
Charter member of the club.
Charter member of the club, and he used to be the owner of the Hudson Road Auto.
Right.
So back in the 70s and 80s, goes way back. So we're here to give you a little historical context. This also was written up by our secretary, itemizing the non-conformed use of the land over the last 50 years, a continuous non-conformed use over 50 years to state our case. With that, I'm gonna hand it over. I'm gonna hand it over to Gordon.
Okay. But I thought I gave you more copies. Did everybody get a copy?
I only printed up one for them. They said they only needed one.
Oh,
That's okay. Michael will stamp it and we'll pass it down so you can take a look.
okay. You can, do you want to talk about the purchase of the land, its intended use from the start, and any stories you want to know? Well, why don't you just kick this off? That's right. Here's some more copies of that. And there should be enough to hand out to everybody.
Thank you.
There's less people, so less comments. Oh,
If they would like.
yeah, so I should have, thank you for reminding me. Obviously, we had 5 members here the last time, that were considering this. One of those members is not here tonight. I wish I could tell you it was unexpected. And so we hope everything is okay. Because of that, we only have 4 members here tonight. In order to grant your application, you need 4 votes. Based on sort of how I've always sort of conducted things, and I've done it I did it with the prior 2 applicants as well. If you would like, you can wait until we can continue this until September in order to have a 5th member here. Excuse me. If you don't, you're welcome to proceed and go forth tonight. I only mention that because if for some reason one of the 4 of us were to vote no, and it was a 3-to-1 vote, theoretically that 4th vote could change things. And so that's why I always give folks the courtesy. It's up to you. So if you'd like to proceed, we can continue tonight. If you'd like to wait till September when we have hopefully a full 5-member board, we're happy to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll answer that question.
Sure.
And by the way, thanks for having us here again tonight.
Right. So, and I apologize. I should have noted that at the very beginning before you started passing.
Can I just ask a procedural question?
Sure.
I know in my other life, all members have to have attended all hearings.
Correct.
Since we're at 4, for this hearing, will we ever be at 5?
Well, Maria was here at the last.
Oh, that's right, she wasn't here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maria was here last time.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that we weren't gonna just continue the process.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
If, I will
As
say.
long as we don't continue today.
Yeah, I will say, if we did sort of proceed substantively tonight and not finish things, and then we came in September, that's where there could be an issue about Maria. There are ways where she could still participate, but it becomes a little bit more
Okay, I just
complicated in
wanna make
that
sure,
regard.
right.
So that's why we usually ask it at the very beginning. I'm sorry, thank you for the reminder. I should have noted that before we started.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
So I just had a head nod consensus here. So we would like to wait till September.
Okay.
And do this clean, right? And have enough members of your board there. I think it just ups our probability of success.
So, no, I mean, that's the reason I always offer it. So, anyways, do I need to do anything other than a motion? Do anything more formal with them as they did provide consent?
So we would need to schedule another meeting because the September meeting was pushed back a week because of Labor Day.
Ah, that's right.
So we could do it the week of Labor Day, have it Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday that week. And that would give us.
If we go beyond the amount of time, if we wait till the 14th.
If we wait till the 14th,
We're outside the time period.
that's outside of the time period for the variance and the appeal portion of the application.
Gotcha. Okay.
I've got a problem with that. I'm in Croatia, until the 8th.
So
What's the latest that you're comfortable
Or the 9th,
scheduling
actually.
it?
So,
Okay, what's the last date we can do it? Just so that we can work backwards from that.
so a decision.
When do you leave for Croatia?
I leave on the 25th of August.
There for vacation or what?
Yeah.
Good for you.
That sounds wonderful.
So the decision would need to be submitted to the town clerk by the 12th
Of September?
which is a Saturday, so that would be the 11th. So it would have to be at a minimum, September 10th, so then it could get files the next day.
So I think our choices would either be, so it's either the week of August 17th, because that's before you're out of the country, or September 10th. And I'll tell you right now, September 11th is out for me. So, and you'll come back on the 9th?
Yeah.
That's right.
Michael, when's our planning board meeting in August? Do you have that scheduled?
August, so there is a meeting tomorrow and on the 18th.
18th, okay.
I mean, although it'd be kind of insane for me, I mean, I could, if the 24th worked, I could make that work. So.
Oh, like flying out then?
We're flying out on the 25th.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just ask the board, is there, we do September 10th or let's just assume the week of the 17th, which would be 2 weeks from now.
I'm just a little nervous leaving it to the 10th.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking
Yeah.
about doing it in August. Are there any days that are out? And by the way, because this would be a special meeting, like we don't even have to start at 7, we could start, at 6:30 or 6, or we could be flexible. Obviously, we want to talk to you all too. Are there any days that you're out?
August 25th and 27th, I cannot do.
Or the week before, week the 17th?
Week of the 17th,
Oh, by the way, how much time do we have? How many was it, 72 hours?
48.
48, okay, so we're fine.
So we could even do this Thursday, as the earliest.
Yeah, well, I wanna-
Be a little insane.
No, also, I want you to be able to reach out to Maria and figure out if everything's okay.
Yeah, just being causing trouble here, but the
No.
20th I have the EDIC, so.
Fine, Thursday's out. I'd rather, let's assume not the 21st, Fridays, then probably, that's always gonna be iffy for everyone. So 17, 18, 19, I would prefer not, well, go ahead.
I can't do the 18th.
Okay.
Of August.
I can't do the 17th.
Okay, so what the 19th?
The 19th, I'm open.
Can you do the 19th?
I'm free on the 19th.
I was about to say, I would prefer not the Wednesday, but I can do it. Let me just see. So, and then for the applicant, would you all be free on the 19th, which is the Wednesday?
I think,
probably across the board.
I'm free myself. Yeah, I think we'll have it. This is August 9th.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and do we want to stick with 7? We can push it up to 6:30 if there's a preference.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Okay. You want to stick it at 7? Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so just note August 19th.
I just hope that Maria can make the,
Yeah. So what I would,
And Lenny can also make it.
right, because
Burke would make it.
Either one of them, right?
yes, we could, if Lenny was here, we could flip Maria out and put Lenny in. So, because he was in full
We
attendance.
just have to have one of them.
Correct.
Okay.
because Lonnie was.
So, all right, so if for some reason, if you can reach out to both of them to make sure that they can attend, if for some reason they are both out, then I think I would just, I don't know, reach out to the applicant, reach out to us, and we'll just have to work something else out. So, I mean, worst case scenario, I mean, they could even participate by Zoom if they need to. So, which is perfectly fine. So, like I said, I'm sorry for this. This was somewhat unexpected if we had known we'd had absences. So, well, I mean, no.
Yeah, but she's.
Anyways, do we need anything else from the applicant this time?
No, we could just, since they accepted a continuation, we can make a motion to continue until.
Make a motion to continue the meeting to August 19th at 7 p.m.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, continue the hearing to August 19th at 7? Aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion passes. We'll see everyone at 7 o'clock on August 19th. Thank you again, start the meeting.
Thank you.
All right, and then,
I have one thing that I want to let you know, if that's okay, I could just drop the
yeah, if you have any materials, please provide.
Am I interrupting?
Well, we just need to finish our agenda. Yeah.
Okay. Should I wait a couple minutes or can I just get this now?
Yeah, I
His
think,
name is on this email. It's a phishing email.
Oh,
Okay?
yes.
This is another one that just came in, and it has you as the photo secretary, as the signatory.
We're working with our IT team right now.
oh, okay.
this.
David, you asked for like $15,000 from us last week or 2 weeks ago, but it was a phishing email, so.
Bogus email.
Okay,
They're better.
yes, so,
Thank you for letting us
Yeah,
know.
I reported it to the police, I think I told you that.
oh, good, thank you. So, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry for that.
Thank you, gentlemen.
A direct wire too.
Oh, well, you know, we're all about efficiency, you know, so trust me, I get them as well, so.
Yeah.
Thank you, have a very pleasant
Thank you
night.
all.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
The only other, so the correspondences that we had, concerned, the hearings, I believe. And then, we don't have minutes, correct?
No, get to them.
That's what. And I don't think you need to do it, yeah, I just wanted to. That's your call. Otherwise, I believe besides this August 19th meeting, the next thing we have after that would be September 14th. Anything we need to look forward to? Oh, yes, we did receive on July 30th, a letter from Mass Housing indicating, it was in response to an application for determination of project eligibility, pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 40B, for a project on Bruin Road, in Stow. And so, if you can just maybe distribute the letter.
Can I participate? That came in front of the planning board. I can, okay.
We just can't discuss any of it now because we know that an application will be.
Right, I just wanted to make sure I can even come to the party. Okay.
Yeah, no, you can never come to the party. So, but anyway, so this is just sort of an FYI for what might be coming down the pike, at some point in the future, but yeah, we can put the letter packet next time, just so people are aware. Otherwise, I think that's it, unless anyone has anything else of an administrative nature to discuss.
Oh, when are we talking about the new housing zoning?
That was pushed to the September meeting.
That is the time reading, okay.
So, which I think as of right now is the only thing on the agenda.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else from staff?
I'll try to be, keep everyone in the loop about the construction out front in the
Oh,
building.
Yeah.
So that walkway is being taken apart and made ADA accessible, so you have to use the downstairs entrance
On the back.
around the back. And I believe the cabinet is gonna get moved down there, so if you need to pick anything up or
So down behind the, and when's that starting, Michael?
this week.
Okay.
Ish.
I think they set as early as tomorrow, but I don't think it's
Okay.
gonna start tomorrow.
Of course, I'll forget.
You'll notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barriers. I'll go looking for the cabinet.
All right, anything else of administrative nature to bring up? No, yes, maybe? Nope. All right, then, in that case, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to adjourn at 8.
Okay.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Yeah.
And the meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.